Hello everyone, welcome to FoneArena. It's that time of the year, new iPhone time. Yes, we have the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro for a quick unboxing and first look. So yes, we've seen the iPhone evolve over time, and the 12 was in a kind of a massive refresh last year. So we saw Apple going from a kind of the rounded edges on the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro to a more rectangular design on the 12 last year, 12 and the 12 Pro. So the 13 retains the same kind of overall design, but there are some really major tweaks under the hood. The cameras have been upgraded, the displays have been upgraded, and overall it's a subtle upgrade, I would say. But for those who are into filmmaking and producing videos or content using the iPhone, the 13 does have a lot to offer. The 13 and both the 13 Pro, it's a 4 device lineup again. You have the 13 Mini, 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. So in this video, we're talking mainly about the 13 and the 13 Pro. So let's dive in and take a look at the Apple iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro. So first, let's take a look at the iPhone 13. So here we have the box here. So as you can see, Apple has gone with a more environmental friendly design. So no plastic, they say, and there's no plastic wrapper also. It's only a paper sticker on it. So on the back you have the pricing. So the one we have here is the 512 gig iPhone 13 in pink color, which is a very interesting color. It's not the on your face pink, but a really subtle pink. So we have that here, and the iPhone 13 starts from 69,900 for the iPhone 13 mini. So this particular version is the iPhone 13, so it's about 79,900. You do have some few cashbacks and offers running from time to time, so do check out the description for that. And so yeah, so get just the iPhone, and also you get a type C to a lightning cable. So you'll have to buy a wall adapter separately. If you have one already, you can use that. So nothing else here. So you just get an Apple sticker, some regulatory paperwork, and that's pretty much it. So that's why the box is so tiny. So that's the same as last year, so not much has changed, so except for the no plastic on the outside. So that's the iPhone 13 box. So you also have an iPhone 13 silicone case here. This is about 4,900. So we have the case over here, MagSafe compatible iPhone 13 silicone case. Pretty nice, comfortable case, feels nice on the hand. We'll slap it on the phone and take a look. So you have the iPhone 13, beautiful subtle pink. I mean, not just the ladies, but for everyone. It's a very good color, very subtle, very exquisite. The color, I really like the minimal pink shade on this, and it's made of aerospace grade aluminum according to Apple. So this is the iPhone 13, and we're going to be slapping it on the silicone case, MagSafe case. And yes, feels pretty comfortable in the hand. So let's come back to this in a second. So let's go over to the iPhone 13 Pro. So you also have the iPhone 13 Pro. This is the all new Sierra blue color. We have that. It's a 512 gig version we have here, and we also have the 13 Pro clear case. So on the back, again, it's a minimal, eco-friendly design for the box, and they have no plastic wrappers on it. And on the inside, the same paperwork and the USB-C to lightning cable. And this is the clear case we have here. So you basically you can see through the back cover, so you're going to be hidden otherwise on a different case, but on this case you do see the MagSafe coil as well as the phone colors as well. So that's a good thing about the iPhone clear case. So as you can see from the back, the camera sensors are a lot bigger this time around. So what do the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro offer? Let's take a closer look. So let's quickly take a look at the iPhone 13. So on the back, I mean, it's a kind of a glossy back, and you have the Apple logo and the dual camera sensors on the back. And in terms of the design, it's made of aerospace grade aluminum according to Apple, and it's pretty slim and compact phone. And this is probably the iPhone 13 for most people, because this is going to be one of the most affordable options. I mean, the 13 mini is still there, but if you don't want to compromise on the size in terms of the real estate and the battery life, the 13 is the best of the lot, and it comes at about 80,000 rupees in terms of the price for the base model. 6.1-inch OLED display from Apple. It's lacking ProMotion, which is the adaptive refresh rate, which is available on the Pro iPhone series this time around. So it's just missing that. In terms of the display, as you can see, the notch is smaller both on the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro this time around. So it's got the same protection ceramic shield on the front. In terms of peak brightness, you can go from 800 nits to about 1200 nits in HDR, the max brightness. The screens are a little brighter this time around. And in terms of the internals, it's powered by the all new A15 Bionic chipset from Apple, custom developed by Apple. And the main difference between the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro lineup is that the GPU, well, the CPU is the 6-core CPU on both the 13 and the 13 Pro. The GPU is a 4-core GPU on the 13, whereas it's a 5-core GPU on the Pro series, mainly for additional compute performance and imaging performance on the Pro lineup. And in terms of the camera as well, you have only dual camera arrangement on the iPhone 13, whereas you have a triple camera arrangement on the iPhone 13 Pro. So you're going to be not getting Apple ProRes video. So the Pro features are going to be reserved for the Pro iPhone. Pro motion for the display. In terms of imaging, you're not getting ProRes, Apple Pro RAW capture, which is the raw of photography feature on the iPhone. And you can edit pictures later in post-processing and improve them and tweak them to your liking. So that's missing on the iPhone 13. So coming to the battery life, the iPhone 13 now packs a 3240 mAh battery, and Apple is claiming 2.5 hours of better battery than the iPhone 12, which is a big boost. So if you're somebody who is on the iPhone 12 and is wanting some extra battery life, so the iPhone 13 does offer a significant upgrade. It's almost 500. It's from a 2815 mAh. You're getting a jump to 3240 mAh. So that's almost 500 mAh in terms of the battery capacity. So that's pretty significant. So you're getting about 2.5 hours of extra battery life on the 13 compared to the 12. A good thing this time around is Apple has bumped up the storage, the base storage variant from 64 GB to 128 gigabytes. So the models for the iPhone 13 are 128 gigs, 256 gigs, and 512 gigs. The Pro gets a 1 terabyte model, so we'll talk about that in a bit. So overall, the iPhone 13 is a pretty sweet looking phone, and this is in pink. And in terms of network performance, it's 5G ready. We don't have 5G yet, but it supports most of the bands for 5G, and it's also supporting dual eSIM this time around, so you can afford to use the phone with just eSIMs and not using a physical SIM card slot. And again, the same lightning charging port. You get 50% of charging, battery life with 30 minutes of charging with a fast charger, about if you use a 20-watt charger or above. So overall, you're just missing the telephoto lens in terms of the camera and some of the Pro features, but overall, it's a pretty solid offering. So let's take a look at the iPhone 13 Pro. In terms of the design, as you can see, this is the all-new Sierra Blue color. So you had a Pacific Blue last time on the iPhone 12 Pro. So this time around you have a Sierra Blue, and it's a pretty nice frosty glass back. And it's made, in terms of design, the construction materials, it's made of surgical grade stainless steel according to Apple. It's a slightly heavier phone compared to the 13, mainly because of the internals, the materials used, and also the bigger camera module as well on the back. So as you can see, the camera sensors are actually custom and developed according to rumors. It's developed by Sony. It's a 12MP sensors. So the iPhone 13 Pro series comprises of the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. So you get 12MP ultra wide, 12MP wide, and a 12MP telephoto camera module. So you also get the LiDAR sensor on the back, which is missing on the iPhone 13. Coming to the display, it's the same 6.1-inch Super XDR OLED display, which Apple is using across the lineup this time around. But the Pro series has a magic trick. So it's called Pro Motion, which is an adaptive refresh rate. So it's not visible in the settings as yet, but Apple claims you can go from 10 hertz to 120 hertz. So Apple is finally on the high refresh rate game. So you're getting a 120 hertz refresh rate panel. So it's not available anywhere in the settings. So the notch, not much of a difference between the 13 Pro and the 12 Pro and from a notch perspective, but yes, more. I just wish the notch completely goes away, or there's just a punch hole camera on the front. And yes, the phones are IP68 rated, so it can be in water up to 6 meters for about 30 minutes. And it's got ceramic shield in terms of protection from drops. In terms of brightness, it can go all the way up to 1200 nits in terms of max brightness. The display supports, Dolby Vision HDR as well, so it's beautiful for watching content, especially video content, which supports Dolby Vision and HDR. In terms of the internals, yes, it's powered by the same A15 Bionic with a 6-core CPU and a 5-core GPU for the Pro lineup, and it's got a 6 gigs of RAM on the inside. So let's probably open up like kind of Geekbench and show you. So it's got this. It's running on iOS 15, so the entire lineup is running on iOS 15, and you can also upgrade to iOS 15 if you're using an older device. The camera is the main story here for the iPhone 13 Pro, because if you're buying the iPhone Pro lineup, if you're investing in that, you're definitely a creator, and for that you have a lot of options. So you have Apple cinematic mode is available also on the iPhone 13. You have ProRes video and also RAW capture. So RAW is pretty awesome because it brings powerful features in terms of composing your picture and editing it later. So Apple ProRAW is a 12-bit linear DNG format, and it takes about 25 MB per photo. That's quite a lot of data. So you rather get a 256 or a 512 gigabyte version. Okay, it's automatically capturing Milan's face now. And now since Srivatsan is back, it's on Srivatsan's face. So this is amazing if you want to record videos from events or parties or just with people, a lot of people in them. It's going to do all the automatic switching. So in terms of battery life, so the 13 Pro packs a 3095 mAh battery, which is a slight upgrade over last year's 2815 mAh battery. And Apple claims a whole 1.5 hours of longer battery life, whereas it's not as impressive as on the 13, which Apple claimed 2.5 hours of better battery life. In terms of the pricing, it starts at 1,19,900, the Indian MRP for the iPhone 13 Pro 128 gigabyte. It starts at 128 GB and goes up all the way up to 1 terabyte. So overall, if you have to pick one device, so if you ask me iPhone 13 or 13 Pro, yes, it's a very difficult question because a lot of users do want all the bells and whistles in terms of the features, and in terms of an Apple product, you want the best of the best. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and it was useful, and see you guys in the next video. And if you have any questions about these devices, do let us know in the comments below and we'll try to answer it. And do subscribe to our channel.